Hello. Let me see. See who's here. We got a couple people here. I know I haven't been live in forever, and I'll be talking about that tonight. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it. I have a few things I want to talk about. First, I'm going to say if you're watching this in the replay, thank you so much for watching it. It is greatly appreciated. And I do have a few things I'm going to be talking about, so stay tuned. And I hope everyone's doing well. We are having insane weather here. We went from freezing cold to setting records, and we are supposed to be like 70 Fahrenheit by the end of next week. That's about 20 Celsius for my Celsius friends. So that is crazy. Hello, Patrick. Thanks for coming in. Looks like you might be the only one here right now. So hopefully more people come in. I'll give everybody a few minutes before I talk about. I have quite a bit. I have some exciting news and I have some updated news and all kinds of things. Hello, Ecocentric. Thank you for coming in. Oh, wow. Everybody just started. Come on real quick. Thank you. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. Hello, Jan. Thank you for coming in. Hello from Wisconsin. Thank you. I have never been to Wisconsin. Hello, Alana. Hello, hello. Congratulations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll probably save that to the end. I have some other things I want to talk about. And then we'll wait. Wow, now all of a sudden I got 10. I had 0 there for a second. Now there's 10 people. So that is wonderful. I'll just, like I said, I like to give everybody a few minutes because I know it takes everybody a few minutes to come on. So I have my reading glasses on because I find when I wear my glasses, the glare from the light and the screen is horrible. And that's all you see. But the problem is with my contacts, I'm having a hard time reading your comments. Getting old. My grandmother said to me, my grandmother Lyons, who thankfully is still with us, she said, getting old is not for sissies. And she is right. I'm hoping to get laser eye surgery in the next year or so. I'm hoping to get it so I won't have to worry about contacts or glasses anymore. The darn contacts, because I've been wearing contacts since I was 16. I bought them myself with my first paying job. And when you wear them as long as that, considering how long I've been wearing them, it's a long time, it ruins your eyes eventually. And my eye doctor told me that my age group is the number one people who are getting laser eye surgery because they get to the point where they cannot wear the contacts like they used to. So they go get the laser eye surgery. So, oh, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it. Hello, Rim. Thanks for coming in. I'm glad I have a mod in here because I might need you to share a couple of things for me later if you don't mind. If I have to, I'll do it myself. It's no big deal, but I don't want to try and do. I'm not too good when I'm having to do 5 or 6 things. The YouTube ads getting into the lot. Yeah. I take it for granted, right? Because we have the paid YouTube, the subscription. So I forget about the ads that some people have to watch. Just between me having a channel and I mean, honestly, I think YouTube is the number one thing that everyone in the family watches. Like we watch so much YouTube. Hello, Tiffany. Thank you for coming in. That is more information than we need to know. Thank you. I'm too cheap. I never paid for it either, but then once I got my channel, and like I said, we the 4 of us, David watches a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube, obviously. The kids watch a lot of YouTube. We also Grace also loves YouTube music, and that's included. So yeah, we have it. So I will say we have a lot of streaming services, and I'm getting a little tired of them. They all went up in price in January and February, every single one of them. And then I got a thing from Amazon Prime telling us unless we pay $3 more a month, we're going to have ads now when we watch things on Amazon Prime. So that's not cool at all. I'm not paying another $3. So Yes, please don't forget the thumbs up. I know it may seem like annoying that YouTubers are always talking about the thumbs up, but it truly help. It's the easiest way you can help our channels just by hitting that thumbs up. YouTube will share our videos more, and that helps us grow. So, thumbs up are very important. So, first thing I'm going to touch on. Um, a few weeks ago, I had mentioned and I had shared on here that I was joining a podcast with some of my friends, the No Borders homesteaders. Um, I had to I had to make a hard decision and realize that I have to stop saying yes to everything. I cannot do everything, and I am no longer part of the podcast, but I certainly encourage you all to still please watch it and support my friends. But I don't want you all wondering, where is Lynn? Why isn't she on there? There was no falling out. There was no drama. Lynn just realized that it's okay to say no to some things. So I am not a part of it anymore. So if they ever need like a guest person or something, I will absolutely go on. But yeah, it's okay to say no to things, and I just yeah, I don't want to have something else suffer because I'm spreading myself too thin. So, I just want to make sure everybody, please go watch them. The No Borders Homesteaders. Please go and support them. They definitely need more subscribers so they can get their channel onto the Patreon, I think it is. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not going to talk about this. I don't know, but please go check them out. I would appreciate it. And Rem, if I don't think I would was going to share the link for them, but I don't think I can right now. So be in exactly. Yeah, I just while we had the plague here, I just was talking to David and I just said I didn't want to let my friends down, right? Like that was the main thing. Like I didn't want to let them down, but I knew that I just could not do it. So yeah, I just want to let you all know that. So you're not looking and wondering why I'm if when you watch them why I'm not on there and I don't want any rumors or any ridiculous things going around. There was no drama. We're all still very good friends. Yeah, apparently Patrick's not. So I just want you all to know that I wouldn't be on there. So and there it is. There is the link right there for the No Borders Homesteaders. So if you haven't subscribed and checked them out, please go check them out. They're all wonderful friends of mine, and I absolutely still want to support them, even if I'm not part of it anymore. So the next thing. So let's talk about. I hope you are all enjoying Freeze It February because it, I think, is going amazing. I'm hearing lots of good things from the collaborators who are a part of it. You're all coming out. You're watching their videos. You're commenting like you're supposed to, so you can win prizes. So that's wonderful. And we have just 6 days left, I think. 6 days left, but 7 videos because the last day, the 29th, is actually a two for. You're going to get 2 videos on that day. And I just want to remind you all to make sure you watch and comment. And March 6th at 7 p.m. right here on my channel, we'll be doing a live giveaway. We have 7 prizes altogether. I think even I can't remember anymore. We have 7 prizes. I'm donating a couple, and then some of the collaborators. That is hard to say. Some of them have graciously donated some prizes too. So it is going to be so much fun. I hope I can figure out this darn StreamYard spinning wheel. I need to start working on that this weekend and get it all set up. If if I can't, I have to figure out another way to pull names. So I might end up having David on his laptop going through all the videos and just telling him to stop. So I'm enjoying the collaboration myself, especially the breakfast freezer meals, because that's one area that I would like some more, because especially for David, that he can grab and go in the mornings, because I'm a good wife. I'm not a fantastic wife. I do not get up at 5 in the morning and make him breakfast. One, he's not hungry at 5 in the morning to eat. And by the time he is hungry, that's when he's heading out the door. So I like him to be able to grab a few things. So I saw a couple of things I'm hoping to make this weekend, so he has some things for breakfast to head out the door. So I'm hopefully will feel better after treatment. Do you have that flu, Tiffany? And I'm telling you, it has knocked me so much for a loop that I actually made an appointment with my doctor yesterday. I see her next week just to get a checkup because, with my history, I don't take anything for granted anymore. And I just don't seem to be, I don't know. I still don't feel like I'm 100% back. And this receptionist was like, well, that's normal. And I'm like, well, it's been a month since we've had it. Like, what's going on? So, um, and they upped my blood pressure medicine. It'll be a year ago March, and nobody has followed up with me to see how I'm doing on it or anything. I myself have been monitoring with my own blood pressure machine here at home, but don't you think they should check in with me and make sure it's okay? So anyway, so yeah, still going in that. And if y'all could just keep me in your prayers. I am still waiting on my mammogram results, and I don't know why it's taking so long. It doesn't usually take this long, so that, of course, puts me in a bad place. So I'm hoping I hear sooner than later that everything is okay. Um, I will say during the mammogram, there was a couple of issues that has me concerned that there might be something. So I'm trying not to think about it and dwell on it. But yeah, if you could say a prayer for me, that everything is okay, because this girl really doesn't want to do cancer for a fifth time. I think 4 times is more than enough. Thank you very much. Really enjoying the collab. Everyone is doing incredible. Great. I'm glad. I'm so glad to hear you all are enjoying it. I people seem to be doing really well. Huge congratulations. Thank you so much. Hello, Lillian. I am doing pretty good. Oh, I'm telling you, it's the worst flu I've ever had. It really was. And for David and I both to get it at the same time, and it was weird how we had it differently. He didn't get the fever. I've never had a fever last so long. I think it was like 5 days, 5 or 6 days before it finally broke. David had it like one day. He had the extremely sore throat a lot longer than I did. It was crazy and just tired. Oh my gosh, I slept so much, and we binged watched so much stuff. I was so sick of TV. Um, yeah, okay, well, that makes me feel better. Your daughter's a lot younger than me, and she still hasn't bounced back, so, um, yeah, okay, well, it makes me feel a little better that I'm not the only one, but like I said, I just panic, right, with my history and everything, with, anything. I don't take anything for granted, and I just would feel better if I had a checkup. So, hello, Thomas. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. So, yeah, so that's going great. The other thing I want to talk about, just one second. Sorry, I don't know if you all could hear the talking because I don't have a true door in here. I just have curtains, and the boys are talking, and I feel like I'm having to talk louder. So, okay. So, both Chris and I have it. Bella's just starting. Aiden was the first one who got sick here. He was feeling better by the fourth or fifth day, and that's when Dave and I were full blown into it. Grace only was really, like she said, only about one day she felt bad. She had a really bad fever one night and a little bit of tiredness, but she bounced back fast, like even faster than Aiden. She seemed to bounce back. So, um, okay. So the other thing I want to talk about, on Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, I am going to be on Annie's channel, Back to Basics Homestead. And if one of my admins could share her channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Annie and I have a special project that we are joining forces together that her and I are going to be doing. I'm so excited for it. We worked like for 3 or 4 hours today through FaceTime together on it. I'll talk about more on it. We're going to talk about it on Sunday. We're really excited about it. It's going to be some new videos. I'm so excited. We planned everything all out. We even designed our thumbnail today, like everything. So and then she's going to be on my channel next Wednesday I'm going to start my time usual, 7 p.m., and she'll join us about 15 minutes later or so. And we'll talk again on my channel about it. So I'm so excited. I can't tell you. Thank you, Remy, so much. Please go show Annie some love. She really needs some watch hours. She's got her subscribers and everything, but she really needs some watch hours. So I'm actually been watching some of her playlists today, trying to get her some more watch hours. So go show her some love. And she was also part of Freeze It February. And she's a lovely lady. I'm so happy I can call her friend. And we are really excited to do this collaboration. I shouldn't call it a collaboration because it's literally just the two of us. So we are hosting a series of videos in March to her and I. And yeah, we are so excited to be doing this. So I'm so glad she asked me today what I thought of it. And yeah, so we're pretty excited to do that with you all. So Sunday, this coming Sunday at 7:30 p.m. is when Annie, because she has little ones that she has to put to bed first before she starts her live. So I am thankfully out of that stage. So I'm excited to talk about it more about with her about it and let you all know. We're really excited to um, uh, do these videos together as friends and as collaborators on YouTube. So I'm really excited. So yeah, it's going to be fun. So you're going to see 2 videos a week the whole month of March from us. I'll have a day and she's going to have a day, and then a bonus video at the end of March, the very last day, March 31st, which is actually Easter this year. There'll be our one last video from both of us that day. So we are so excited to share it with you. Annie said she was actually going to start filming probably like really soon because she has some March break is very early for her than it is for me. So she's going to try and get ahead of that a little bit. So I'm really excited. And yes, her channel is amazing. She does cooking and baking and canning. You know, I think that's why we get along so well because we have similar interests. She does great gardening videos. Sorry, I think I have the hiccups. So I think that was everything I wanted to talk to you all about. I know my lives are hit and miss. I'm not gonna lie, they are. And I find it's very difficult for me to do lives, especially when I'm by myself. I've talked about this before. It can be quite death sitting here trying to talk to you all for a half hour or an hour when you don't have someone that back and forth. Also, time. Evenings is when David's home from work and we're spending time together. My day doesn't end at 4 o'clock. I'm usually editing, cleaning up from supper, getting another load of laundry done. I mean, there's so many things and I'm finding it hard to keep up a certain schedule with the lives. So as much as some of you maybe not like the lives during the day, I might have to go back to daytime lives just because it's a little more convenient for me. Or I might just not be doing lives every week. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. So, or doing a live when I have something important to talk about, or like the giveaway, things like that. I'm still trying to work it out in my head what I'm going to do. So, because I'm doing 3 videos a week right now. Um, which they take a lot of time. Editing can take a lot of time. Not as long as it used to, but it can take a lot of time. Yeah, Thomas, it's going to be warm here too. We're going to be like 20 degrees Celsius by the end of the week, which is 70 Fahrenheit. Like it's going to be crazy. So yeah, there's literally the ice fishing derby that they have here every year in February. It got canceled again this year. There is no ice in our waters, none. Today actually got up to I think it got close to 10 today Celsius. So yeah, it's crazy. Hello, Krista. Thank you so much. Colorado Springs. I have a friend who lives in Colorado that I went to high school with. She actually set me up with David on our blind date. So we can always watch the lives afterwards. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. Oh, now see, I scheduled it 2 days ago. I scheduled it on Monday, and it's weird how people aren't seeing them. I don't know why. Um, I don't know why people aren't why they didn't see them. Um, so the other thing I want to talk about, some people have already said it in the comments, but this past weekend, this girl right here reached 20,000 20,000 subscribers on my little old YouTube channel. um, I'm just I am I'm humbled the fact that and I'm grateful. I've said all this before and I feel like a broken record, but it is true. Nobody is more surprised than me that I reached 20,000. Um I was hoping to reach 20,000 by the end of this year. But I really didn't think I would. Like David told me, just go for a big number. Go for a big number. You're at, you reached 10,000 during I think it was during Vlogmas. I reached 10,000. I can't remember anymore. But they said Dave was like, go for it. He said, what would you love to have? And I said, I don't know, 20,000. He's like, go for it, go for it. So he's make that a goal. So I said, okay, for this year, I'll make it a goal of 20,000. And then I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen. And then it happened. So, thank you again to everybody who, subscribes, who watches my channels, who gives me the thumbs up. See, this drives me crazy. The light on my glasses drives me nuts. Who comments, who shares. I really truly hope you know it is not unappreciated. I wish you could be any I should put a camera on myself sometimes so you all can see the reaction I get to comments, to people. I got some comments this last week that were just the sweetest, nicest things I think that anyone's ever said to me. Um, and for someone who I all I have is a high school graduation. I have some college classes. I was going to school to be a holistic nutritionist, and then cancer kind of derailed that on me. Um, I had a daycare for many years that I did, ran my own daycare. Um, but for the most, because that allowed me to stay at home. I have had some jobs outside the home when I've had to, which was very difficult having two children with special needs and working. It didn't work out. So that's kind of why I stopped working out of the home again. But what I'm trying to say is I have been a wife, a homemaker, a stay at home mom for pretty much 30 years. And my children are at the age now where you start feeling like, okay, what's my next phase in life supposed to be? Like, and I will tell you, society makes women feel like raising a family is not necessarily as important as maybe going to college and getting a degree. I mean, that's the way I feel. Like it makes you feel like, especially when you reach a certain age, we're supposed to be doing something more. We're supposed to be doing something more. And I love being a wife and stay at home mom. And just because my children are older does not make it any easier. I swear, Aiden's more work now than he was well, I shouldn't say that. Before we were able to get Tourette's diagnosis and understand what was going on, it was very difficult. But anyway, I'm rambling, but I'm trying to say is that this channel has become so important to me because it's mine. It's something that's mine. It's something that I love doing. It really helps with the creative side of my brain. It helps me be creative, which I love to do. Um, I've had to learn so many new skills that I never in a million years thought I would learn. Um, I'm proud of this channel. And if, like I said this before, but if someone had told me even 5 years ago I would be doing a social media channel, I would have laughed and told you all, what are you on for drugs? Because you're crazy. I'm never going to do that. Um, I'm so grateful that my family gave me a kick in the butt and made me step out of my comfort zone and post that first video and get going on them. Because I've come to love it. And it's become pretty important to me. And I am by no means rich, but even the little bit of money we're making every month is a huge help. It really is. I'm going grocery shopping tomorrow, and my money I earned from YouTube last month is deposited tomorrow, and that's going to help us buy some more groceries. So, and I'm honest about that because I know some YouTubers like they don't want to talk about how much they make or what. I'm honest about it because I'm grateful. We're going to be able to buy actually some more groceries because you all choose to watch my crazy videos and our lives. And I do not take that lightly. I understand how grateful, how blessed I am to have that. And I hope you all really do believe me when I say the way you have blessed our family by just watching my crazy videos. It means the world to us. So that's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to go read some comments now before I get too emotional and maybe cry. So, Jean, thank you so much, Jean. Thank you so much. Lynn, you're on fire. Congrats, Lynn and family. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, I David's like, "Oh, you'll be at 100K before you know it." I don't know. I don't know. So, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're gonna get you there, Ram. See, no, gee, like, look, you guys, don't get too mushy because I don't want to cry on my live. I really don't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Um. No, and I don't, and I for a long time, I didn't think I had much. This is awful. I don't wanna say I didn't think I had much worth, but I didn't think what I was doing was important, and David, please let me I wanna let y'all know that my husband has never let me think that what I was doing was not important. He tells me almost daily how grateful he is for me, how lucky, him and the kids are to have me, which I feel like I'm the lucky one, like, I am very fortunate. I have a wonderful family. But I just felt like, am I supposed to be doing more? And for a long time, I faked thinking that's what I had to be. Like when someone would say, "Oh, what do you want to be?" I would come up with all these things. Inside, though, I always felt like I was lying because I knew if I said, I want to be a mom and a stay at home wife and, make my family home cooked meals and just be and I didn't think if I said that I could tell if I said that I was going to get, oh, you need to think big higher, or you need to have that's not as important, like that. I felt like that was the reaction I was going to get if I had said what I was really feeling. And I spent a lot of years pretending to be somebody I wasn't. And man, once I hit 40, that was it for me. I should say before I hit 40, once I got cancer, I said, nope, no more. And that's where we wrote the bucket list, and said, and I said what I really wanted and what I wanted to do. And it wasn't all these things about going back to school or things like that. So, yeah, a lot changed then. It really opens your eyes. It makes you realize, what's important, what do you really want out of life? And so yeah, things changed a lot when I was diagnosed with cancer that first time. And I was 37 the first time I was diagnosed. So yeah, I guess my only advice to women out there is just is be the woman you want to be, not the woman you think people think you have to be. And that's all I'm gonna say. um Yeah, that is another huge blessing that's come into my life. The friends I have met, um, it's been amazing. Like I especially for someone who does not have friends in the community we're living in. I don't have friends. All my friends are way far away. So that kind of stinks. So thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much. Hello, Joe. Thank you for coming. What was the green stuff in the oh, cilantro. 3 tablespoons of cilantro. That was very good. I have to say all my recipes, the new video is out today. I did some meals of the week. I did 3 new recipes this past week, last week, I guess, and they were all amazing. They were really good. I was really happy with them. Hello, Karen. Hi, Lynn, Kendra from Illinois. Certainly, no one can begrudge any money you make on your channel, especially considering all the knowledge. Thank you so much. I'm not gonna. I mean, some people are really funny about saying, that they make money. I mean, I think people aren't stupid. You're making money on YouTube. Like it is a job. And believe me, I put a lot of hours into this. I'm trying to get a good work life balance where I'm trying not to film too much on the weekends anymore or even editing anymore. I try to have everything done by Fridays so we can spend time, David and I, as a couple or as a family or whatnot. So I'm trying to find that balance. Sometimes I have no choice because something I maybe want to show or film is on a weekend, but I am trying to get that balance where I'm not working 7 days a week. Um, any other? Yeah, okay, yeah, I know, sometimes I can write better than I can talk, and I just feel like if I could write out my thought I should have wrote it out and then read it, but, I just I used and I really you really I don't hear it as much anymore, but I used to hear a lot of other women say, "Well, I'm just a stay-at-home mom." And I'm like, just? I hated when they would use that just. I don't hear it anymore because I think more and more education and more women are talking about how important it is. So I don't hear as many people saying just anymore. So never ever say just a stay-at-home mom. You say you are a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home wife. For a long time, David and I didn't have kids, and I was still at home, and a lot of people are like, "You should, why aren't you working? You don't have any kids." Well, one, we only had one vehicle at the time, and I liked being home with my husband. I shouldn't say I did babysitting and daycare, so I still was working, but a lot of people don't consider that work either. But it was our friendship all started with cinnamon buns. You're still young. 2024 is a big year for me. I turned the big 50 this year. I can't even say it. That's the only way I can say it. Um, and I mean, I'm grateful I'm still here, but man, I don't know what 50 is supposed to be. Oh, there, I said it. I don't know how you're supposed to feel because I don't feel 50 until I try to get down on the ground on my knees and stand back up. Then I feel 50. Um, Yeah, and the whole point of women's lib and freedom as a woman is we get to choose what we want to be. If you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, a teacher, a nurse, a receptionist, a cashier, if you want to be, I support you wholeheartedly. Go for it. Awesome. But if you but and people are like, but it seems like when you wanna be a stay-at-home wife or mom, all of a sudden we're beat down, where, we don't, oh, you're what's the word I'm looking for? There's a chemo brain. The word just went. You're not abused, but you're not reaching your potential. It changes completely, and that's frustrating. And so I lied a long time about what I wanted to do and be. So, loved the recipes. Great. I'm glad you did. I loved them. The soup was amazing. Dave and I really loved the soup. The marinade on the steak fajitas was really good. And I'm trying to remember what the third recipe was. Isn't that awful? Um, Stupid Swiss cheese brain. Cheese tortellini soup. What the heck was it? Cheese tortellini soup, steak fajitas, and chicken parmesan. Chicken parmesan. I remembered. Hello, coffee walks and whatever. Thank you for coming in. Hello, Ginger. Thank you for joining. Um, yeah, yep. Oh, good. I will. It's easy, and I did let mine marinate for all day. Like I definitely let it marinate all day. And Dave and I really liked it. It's pretty much the same recipe I've always used, but I think the amounts were a little bit different than what I used to use, and it was perfect. We don't like heat, so I didn't add those chilies and the hot peppers and all that, and it was very good. It wasn't too sweet. You could even add a little bit of chili powder, which I usually do with my own, but I wanted to follow the recipe exactly, so it was really good. So, uh, just saw your Deb. Thank you so much. Now, see, what do you call it? Scheduled it. I scheduled it on Monday, and I don't know. I guess people just didn't see them. Yeah, domestic engineer, exactly. Yep. Um, and we have 2 amazing children, and, I some of it I think is just the way they were born. They came out of the womb. Old souls, both of them. But I like to think that, being a stay-at mom had a lot to do with it. I will tell you that if I were to have them this year in 2024, they would be homeschooled. I would never send It's the one regret I have. Again, it wasn't talked about a lot. I had one relative who was doing it, and everyone in the family was saying how, she was nuts, she was crazy, the poor children, they're not gonna have a normal life. And now everyone's everyone's saying, gosh, she was right. She was right. We should have done it. So, yeah, if I had to do it again, I would do that. I absolutely would. Um, um, I'd say it took a year before I would edit a lot of stuff out. Now I don't anymore. If I trip over my words, I'll be just like, huh, and then I'll say it right because that's life, right? And I do have memory loss issues because of the chemotherapy. The doctor told me it's called chemo brain, and I do a lot of puzzles and things to try to help because I don't want it to get worse as I get older. But I forget words right mid sentence. I do, and it's frustrating. And I would have to edit a lot. And now I just tell people if I, and sometimes it's like if you see me stumbling while I'm standing and I haven't been moving, but I'm like looking like I'm on a boat or something. It's my Meniere's disease, the constant vertigo, which I finally got appointment with a specialist for March. I've been waiting over a year for this appointment, and I finally got one. And I stumble, and I promise you, it's not because I'm drinking. We don't drink. And I don't edit it out anymore because this is us. This is me, and I want you all to feel like um you knocked on my door, you've coming in and you're having a cup of tea or coffee with me and you're seeing the same kind of thing that you would, if you were here in my home. So it can take a while. Now, when I haven't filmed for a while, like when I was sick and I had a whole week where I didn't film any videos, felt a little weird. I'm not gonna. It took like I kept saying to David, "Oh my gosh, I can't seem to." He said, "It'll just take a little bit, and you'll get back into the swing." And it took 3 or 4 videos again before I finally was like, "Okay, I'm back. I'm feeling more like myself again." So, I think the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. So, oh, when you were just a youngster, there's some days I sure don't feel like it. 50 is what you make it, so make it fit you. Okay. 50 is the new 30. I know. I was laughing because when you think about the Golden Girls, when they started, some of them were like late 50s, when they first started the show and they eventually the characters, they themselves were older. But when you look and see what you thought, it's like when I look at my grandmother when she was 50 and what she looked at as 50, she looked old. You know what I mean? It's just funny how we've changed our perception of what 40, 50, 60, even 70 is now. Like it's crazy. It's so funny. I had my big 4-0 last year. Okay. Hello, Helena. Thank you for coming in. Yes, chicken. Yeah, I finally remembered. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we just don't. I don't enjoy having my mouth burning off. I just don't. We had a friend who literally would eat ghost peppers. That friend now has severe ulcers and esophagus problems, and you can't tell me it's not from his diet in his 20s and 30s. So, Templin Acres, thank you for coming in, and thank you for the congratulations. We home good for you. Good for you. Yep. I wish I they they teach you that you can't. Like, and it starts very young. Like they teach you like you have to send your child to school to someone who's gone to college and gotten a degree in education. And that's not true. That's not true at all. My cousin's children are all very successful, wonderful children, and they adopted 2 children, so they're like second family again, and they're homeschooled. So yeah, me too. I have to say, I'm not liking the comments about this specialist. I went on Google and looked him up. Well, I had to go look and see where his office was. And there's comments on there, and they're not great. So I have to tell you, I'm a little nervous. And if I feel it's not good, I'm going to come back to my family doctor and say, okay, I need to find another one, even if I have to travel an hour for them. So I'm a little bit nervous. I really am. The comments aren't great. He's been in the area for not quite 2 years. So we'll see. We will see. Yes, please don't forget that thumbs up. Oh, I'm so happy. Like, that's what I hope you get. I really do, because I promise you, what you see is what you get. For a long time, some of my videos, I was trying to be something I wasn't again, and I was trying to be, it was like some people I was watching on YouTube, and I'm like, it didn't feel right. I'm like, this is horrible. I'm not liking this at all. So yeah, I'm glad. I'm really hoping that's what you feel like, because I do feel like you're all my friends. I really do, and I look forward to your comments and talking with you. Oh, congratulations and good for you. Yeah, yep. We don't we don't prepare kids for life at school. They've taken away so many of the basic things that you need to know. Even me, I graduated in 1993 and I got married in 93 and I left my parents' home and I didn't know about budgeting. I didn't know about, meal planning, like, making a meal. I took it for granted whenever we wanted food. We just walked into the cupboard or the refrigerator. There was always food there. And David and I were poor the first few years of our marriage. We were so broke and nobody like I just never learned that. And I'm not blaming my parents or anything because they were both working and stuff and they didn't talk about finances around us. I never remembered them talking about finances around us. And we are um make sure like we never made the kids worry, but I want if we honestly like look, it's not in the budget this week to buy that. We might need to wait a week or two and get it. Um I don't want, we never wanted them to worry about anything certainly, but we also wanted them to be realistic. So I'm hoping they're learning from me about okay. I mean Aiden is pretty good. They both have their own sources of income and they are like, not really want to pay that price. I'm gonna wait and see, shop around. So obviously they are learning. So but we don't teach it in school. We're not teaching them like lessons at all. Yeah, David was 7 years old, and he was out in the woods with his father cutting down, trees to sell to the fencing company. They would buy logs and stuff, and, a lot of things. He went around and picked up scrap metal with his father and took it to the scrap David grew up very, very poor, very poor. Things were good when both parents were working, but when the factory started laying off and everything, both his parents worked at different factories, things got really tough. Um, and David helped work with the animals on the farm, and he was out hunting with his father, for deer and partridge and quail and rabbits and all that. So and fishing and things. And I think that's why he's so handy, and I'm so grateful I have a handy hubby. He may not be so grateful that he's got a wife with a million ideas, but I am so grateful I have a handy hubby. So yeah, Aiden is in a tech class this semester and last semester, but some of it is a shop kind of. Now his high school does have shop, like if you're going to go into that trade of, like contractors or anything like that, you can absolutely take those classes, and they have a co-op where you go and actually work at the real businesses. So he is getting a little bit of that. Aiden does want to go a little bit more of techie kind of thing. So that's what he's thinking. By the way, Aiden, I'm going to brag up on Aiden. Aiden got his report card for the first semester, straight A's. The kid got straight A's, and if you all could have seen him, he came home on exam days. Oh, mom, I bombed that exam. I'm going to be lucky if I get a C in this class. I bombed the exam. He did fabulous on the exams, fabulous, and he ended up getting. He worries so much. So yeah, he definitely but they do have it. We actually had to go buy him steel-toed boots. He came home from school the first day of semester 2 a couple weeks ago and said, "Mom, we have to have steel-toed boots for this class." I'm like, "Why didn't they tell the parents over Christmas break so we would have some time?" And I'm like, "Well, when do they want you to have them? By Friday?" Oh, okay. So luckily, I had a little extra money that I was putting away for groceries. I took that out of the budget and got him his steel toe boots. But I mean, I think about the parents who are like budgeted down to the dime. How are they going to get steel toe boots by Friday? Even the cheap ones, like ones we got Aiden, cost us $100. So yeah. So hello, Tiana. This is our neighbor who we get our beef from and who is almost got their dairy cows, I hope soon. And I am going to go and visit them and video for you all. I can't wait. And maybe milk my first cow. So yes, your children are very fortunate that you're homeschooling and schooling too. Yeah. Yep. shop more Mandy for us. But I will say Grace did take, excuse me, she took two. They don't call them home ec anymore. What did they call them? Family studies. Grace took them in grade 9 and grade 10, and she loved them. She really enjoyed them. I tried to get Aiden to take at least family studies, but he wouldn't do it. So I call it mental pause. Yeah, yeah. So I have that I deal with, and then I have the chemo. So my poor memory, and I used to be the one in our relationship who remembered everything. So now poor David, like he was always the one. He would always say to me, like I remembered everything, and now we're both forgetful. So it's fun. Nope, they don't, and that's what they need. That's what they need for life. And I think we're seeing that in this generation that's in college and stuff now. So, yep, it is. It's awful. Yeah, yeah, we're pretty proud of him. He's pretty smarty pants. I always say, I think him being doing he does well in school, and he's smart is God's way of counteracting the part of Tourette's that makes life a little difficult. It kind of helps, helps make up for it. We always say, it's God's gift to make sure that, it's not completely a hard thing. So, oh, that's wonderful. Woohoo. Oh, I can't wait for that. Yeah. David said he can't wait for it either. Maybe the end of my awesome. Just let me know. I'm so excited for you, and I'm so happy for you. Um, Good night, Thomas. Thanks for coming by. I'm glad. I know it's been a long haul. Just so you all know, Tiana and her family, they had a horrible barn fire. Was it 2020, Tiana? I'm thinking. I remember I didn't know you yet, but I remember seeing it in the news, local news. And it just decimated. Did you lose any cows in the fire? I can't remember if I remember reading that there was no loss of cows or anything, but and there's been a lot. It is difficult to be a farmer nowadays in our country, and that's all I'm going to say. I won't rant too much, but they certainly. Oh, you lost 60 or so. I didn't realize you lost so many. Oh dear, I didn't know that. Yeah, let's just say the government doesn't make it easy to be a farmer, especially a dairy farmer. um, the hoops they've had to go through, the setbacks, the supply chain issue, like trying to build anything and finding contractors to build. We had a hard enough time just finding a plumber to put an outdoor tap in. So I can't imagine what it's been like trying to find a contractor to actually help build your barn. We got a little tour of it in late fall, and it's beautiful. It's probably one of the nicest dairy farm barns I've ever seen. It's beautiful. So I'm so excited for you all. I can't wait to see it all up and running. I'm a little disappointed that because of it, you're putting the beef on hold for a little bit, but that's just so plain selfishness because we run out of beef. We haven't run out of beef. I've run out of ground beef, so I have to contact that farmer, the lady you recommended, to see if we can get some because I can't go back to grocery store hamburger. So um yeah, so oh wow, I talked a lot tonight. Gotta run. Yes, good night. Thank you, and thank you for joining the collaboration so much. I can't wait to make some of your breakfast freezer meals for David this weekend. I'm excited to try them, and thanks for dropping by. So whew, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. Again, I'm just going to remind everybody I will be on Sunday on Annie's channel, Back to Basics Homestead, to talk about a new project that Annie and I have cooked up that will be starting in March. I know we have to buy beef too. That must just be like a knife to the heart. Oh gosh. Um, but yeah, so I can't wait for you all. I'm so excited for this, and it's so much fun to do these with friends. I'm also cooking up a little something in April. that I need to talk to my friends about. That it's not necessarily a collab, but it's something I've been thinking about for several months now. I have to tell you all, you don't see it maybe necessarily, but having a YouTube channel, it's cutthroat with some people. Like it's crazy how some people like will not like support other channels or they will, and then once they get 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, whatever subs, they ghost you and they want nothing to do with you anymore. Or oh, I can't promote that channel because it might hurt my channel somehow. Like I can't get over how crazy this world is on supporting one another. And it's like there are billions of people in this world. There is more than enough people out there to watch our videos. And it bothers me because to me, one does one's doing well, we'll all do well. So I'm working on something. It's not necessarily collab, but I'm working on something, and I'm going to start putting feelers out to people for April of something I'm working on that I want to have something do um, to help others, grow their channels too and stuff. So keep an eye out for that. Oh, I actually have some videos, Jean, where I did apple juice and I did cranberry juice back in the summer and fall during Every Bit Counts challenge. Actually, my video that's coming out Sunday, at the end of that video, I've linked the cranberry juice making video. I'm actually going to do a taste test on some of the juices. I've got them in the refrigerator right now on a video coming up because I want to see how they did. You only need to let them sit for like 6 weeks, but mine have been months. I made a raspberry cranberry, a plain cranberry, and I sweetened it with, I think I sweetened one with maple syrup and one with honey. I want to see how that did. I did some with no sweetener. Don't recommend it. Do not recommend doing that. It was tart, and I like sour, but this was bitter sour. Um, so I'm really curious, how to can them. Um, yes, okay. Actually, you just reminded me, I'm actually gonna be part of an open collaboration next month to Canning March Madness, and I will be making some canned, cranberry juice, and I'll take you through the steps of it. So just be a little patient if you want, and I will show you how I do it. Good night, Krista. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Um, I'll be doing because I have cranberries I need to get out of my freezer, and if this juice turned out good, I want to make some more juice. So stay tuned for that. Um, left many channels because yeah, it's crazy to me. It's just crazy to me how people are. Oh, isn't it? We've been drinking actually a lot of it for some reason. I just bought more lemons too yesterday at No Frills because they were on sale. I'm going to be making some more. Even Aiden's been drinking it. The strawberry lemonade, the blueberry lemonade is my favorite. I can't wait to make some more of that. So we're definitely going to be making more. And I'm actually going to make some, I think, next month because I still have a lot of blueberries and strawberries in my freezer. Might as well make more lemonade if I'm not going to make a lot more jam. So hello, Carlene. Thanks for coming. So yeah, so next month I'm joining a Canning March Madness open collaboration that's being hosted by Cosmopolitan Cornbread. Her name's Constance. I love her channel. I link it on Sunday's video because I talk more about it on Sunday, so I won't say a whole lot here. But I've got a lot of canning I've got coming up next month, plus my project with Annie. And I'll be doing juices and meals in a jar and meat. Oh yeah, it is so good. It is so good. I think the one thing I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna puree it a little bit more than I did last year. Just because we found it a little bit like some of the fruit was still chunky. Which is, it's just when you're taking a drink and you get that chunk or whatever. But it's so good. It's so good. And it's the prettiest color too. It turns such a pretty color. Um, I don't know if we've drank all the blueberry lemonade or not, but yeah, it's one of my favorite things to can that I can't. We'll definitely be making more of that. I can't wait to try the juice this weekend. Dave, I'll be trying it on the weekend with David, and we're going to see how it goes. The apple juice turned out pretty good. The apple cider, I don't know if canning it did something or if I'm just used to that one that I love that I buy. Um, that's made with Pink Lady, I think. No, not Pink Lady. What is the other apple that I love? What is the name of it? Darn it. Why can't I think of it? Honeycrisp. It's made with Honeycrisp apples, and I love that one. And that might be just why I'm not enjoying the one I made myself. How did I miss this lemonade? It will be linked at the end of Sunday's video, the video where I showed I made it. So, oh, congratulations. Man, we probably got 2 years before I can say we're moving. So, well, friends, we are almost at the hour. I'm surprised I was able, well, I'm not surprised. I can talk. I'm a talker, if y'all didn't already know that. So I guess thank you all so much for coming in. There are so many great things that's going to be happening with my channel over the next couple of months. I'm so excited. There's even one I'm working on for April when I go to Florida that I am seeing if I can film and show you. I'm still waiting to hear back from that. Um, so yeah, I have so many things planned for the next few months. So make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss any of the videos that are coming out. And I just have so many things. Sometimes it's exhausting having my head, my brain, because it doesn't seem to stop. But there's lots of content planned. And you know, if there's anything you all would like to see, let me know. I do hope to go back to my copycat videos too, but again, there's only so many days and so many hours in the week. Plus, we're trying to get our house, you know, some renovations done to the house, so we have to take time out from that. But I do have a plan to do. I have a couple of copycats that I want to try. I've got a couple, I think, really exciting videos coming out that I'm curious to see myself how the items turn out when they're done. So, and I don't know if you all saw my post. I've been crocheting a lot because I am trying to do a craft fair. I'm hoping, and so I've been crocheting a lot, and I love it. It really is great for my mental health, the crocheting. And I'm moving from Florida. Oh, you're moving from Florida. My parents are in Florida. I think we talked about this last time I was live, actually. Where are you moving to, Carlene? When we making a jelly roll? Maybe I'll make one for Easter. Maybe I'll try and make one for Easter. I will say, and I touch on this in the video on Sunday, I haven't been baking a lot because David and I are trying to lose weight together. And if I bake, we eat it. So I'm trying, but I miss doing those videos and I have a lot of things I need to use up. So I might do some baking and then get David to take some of it into work so we are not eating as much of it. So yeah, this one is I'm gonna tell you I never kept track of it until this year. And, oh, Kentucky, that's cool. I'll be your guinea pig. Oh, good. Maybe I'll drop some things off to you too. Um, but and I talk about this on Sunday's video. This is so weird. What weird timing. How I'm so glad I wrote down how many jars of everything I had canned at the end of canning season last year. And I can tell how much I'm going to need to can again this year. And I kept track of how much I planted last year and stuff. But there's going to be a video coming out next week. I talk about my gardening plans. It's a little bit crazy, different. Um, yeah, there's some experimenting that's going to be happening this year with my garden. So stay tuned for that video. I'm going to be doing a video soon on my gardening plans for the year. But out on I know my friend Annie from Back to Basics Homestead, she does have videos on she figured out how many tomatoes, like she figured out what she needs to make with the tomatoes. She figured out how many tomatoes she needed to plant to make sure she got those many jars of things she needed. I know she has that video. Um, but what I have discovered is I do not need to plant and can as much as I used to. Things have definitely changed. So yeah, I yeah, I talk about it on Sunday, and I'll talk about it more in a coming video. So yes, bacon giveaway a lot. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. So yeah, yeah, absolutely. I absolutely recommend. She definitely goes into more detail on that. Annie is a more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, she really plans, 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 and thinks and thinks and thinks kind of gardener. My style of gardening is I research, I figure out what I'm going to do, I plant and pray. That's my style. Mailing anything is ridiculous. My parents, even like they were saying, even mailing things from the States now it's, and I heard the rates were going up in Canada April 1st for a mail again on stamps and everything. Well, they got to pay for all those brand new electrical vehicles they're driving around right now. If anyone has seen them, the Canadian Post new vehicles, they're nice. They're super quiet. I can't hear when our mail lady delivers anymore. I used to hear her car come up, her truck come up, but we don't hear it anymore. It's dead quiet, and they're fancy, let me tell you. So they got to pay for them somehow. So they're going to pay for them, I'm sure, by raising our rates. So I like your style of gardening, Lynn. It's worked pretty well for me. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing a video soon talking about my gardening plans this year. Um, and what you're not going to see this year from me and plans of the gardening. So, oh my gosh. There are days where I can't believe the times we are living in. I just can't believe the times we are living in. It would be funny if we weren't living in it. I mean, you couldn't make a movie up about this stuff. Nobody would want to watch it because they'd be like, it's too far fetched. Well, guess what? We're living in it. So, and on that happy note, I'll say good night to you all. There'll be another video Friday. Sunday's video is already uploaded and ready to go. Sunday afternoon. It's a little bit different video. It's a little bit longer than I've done lately. I mean, it's not 2 hours long by any means, but it's a little bit longer. I had a lot of fun with this one, so I hope you all will check it out. And I am so glad to be back into the swing of things finally. So good night, everyone. Thank you all again. Thank you. I really hope y'all really get that I am appreciative. I really am, and I love this new job and path I'm taking. And yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you. If I could thank you all in person, I would. I seriously would. So good night, God bless, and we will talk to y'all soon. Don't forget Sunday, Back to Basics Homestead at 7:30. I'll be on Annie's channel talking about our project we have cooked up for March for you all. I'm so excited to share it with you. Good night, everybody.